I literally just said, please press record, and then you didn't press record. So now the camera needs to be on you so that I can drive and concentrate on the road.
I don't know how to work cameras, clearly.
Usually I don't do this, and I decided today I'm going to get my Elliot Wilson on and actually do an interview in the car, because now we don't have enough time to do a proper interview, a proper sit-down interview. I'm going to be hanging out with Blinky Bill, who claims to have had the best meat in Braamfontein. Imagine, Braamfontein. So now I'm taking him to a place where the braai is undeniable. Let's see how it goes. Everybody's just winging it.
And Other Fly Tales
is a very, very interesting album title, right?
Yes.
So tell us about how you came to it.
I am a sucker for long names for albums, which I'm just beginning to realize right now that people don't remember.
Yeah.
So everyone, oh, I like your album. What's it called? Everyone's just like, I didn't think through this very well.
What do you call it for shorthand?
I can't. It does. The initials don't make sense, so I can't call it.
So call it Winging It.
Yeah, or maybe I almost shortened it to And Other Fly Tales.
You know, people can't see your face, right?
Oh, okay. Hello, people. I don't know why you'd want to see my face. That's a more interesting face to see.
So Winging It, how you came up with the title. And you must be succinct, you know, because the last time we spoke about it, you spoke about a long story about your mom and Christianity.
Good Lord.
So we need like the short version,
of
how you came up with
everything.
this title.
Okay.
Yeah.
How I came up with this title was my last album was called, or EP was called We Cut Keys While You Wait.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to beat that record. So that's how it happened. But also it's just a reflection of life. It's like, you know, we don't know a lot of stuff, even when we think we know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all just winging it.
And Other Fly Tales.
And speaking of winging it,
yeah,
a lot of your verses on this album, were you freestyling?
No.
You wrote them? You weren't winging it?
Is that a subtle diss?
It's not even a diss.
Do you want me to write a diss track for you?
Listen, when I think about lines on attention, you know, like you and me.
I see, yeah.
Is one in a zillion.
One in a zillion, yeah.
I mean, did you have to go write that down? Like that wasn't a freestyle?
No, it was close to a freestyle, but also songs like those don't need a lot of, too much thinking in it. Like it's like just what's top of mind, what's fun to say it.
Yeah.
And that, like that's just things that sounded fun to say.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, when I'm performing that song, I can even in Nairobi I can give out the mic to the people at the front of
because they know the
lyrics.
So
it's like yeah.
Okay, so the last EP, right, was predominantly you on production, right?
Oh, you mean on production, yeah.
And then with this album, was it a conscious decision to be like, I am officially the musician, I am the vocalist, I'm the person you guys are going to be hearing?
It was a bit of that, because one of the things I saw from the EP was that I couldn't perform any of those songs.
Yeah.
So, which kind of limited me in a sense, because I think the only song that I could play in that project is called Kwani Konini.
Yeah.
Or there's a song with Sage. It's called Rise, but I got half of us. So when I'm being booked for shows and then they're like, come play your music, it just hit me that I don't have a lot of music, that it's me performing. And so, sorry. And so I ended up doing, like working a lot more on writing. But you see, that's a skill, because I was gonna bullshit.
Yeah, I know. I could hear that you're trying to.
Yeah.
But you're gonna stick with that answer.
Yeah. So yeah. I've just been.
You know, it's not my interview, right?
Okay. No, so I've just been playing. I made sure that I wrote more. I was more present as a writer, as someone who's trying to express myself. And so, yeah, it gave me a lot more leeway to work with. And it was fun too, because I can write, and people still won't think that I wrote those lyrics. They think that I freestyle.
They think you're winging it.
Yeah.
So the one song that doesn't have vocals,
I'll care more next time.
I'll Care More Next Time.
Yes.
Before you break down that title for me, tell me why you wanted to not have any vocals on that particular song, and what it is that artists are trying to tell us when they're not literally telling us.
Yeah. I think with that song, even how it started, I was producing it on the MPC
Yeah.
back home in my studio, and then there's a friend of mine, is a young producer from Nairobi. He's called Sichangi. He came through and I played it for him. I was like, bro, just give me this beat. I'll go show you some stuff. So I gave it to him, and then when it came back, I was like, this beat is too refined for me.
Oh.
I was like, no, but that's the feeling of that I got, that there was nothing that I could possibly have added with my vocals
Yeah.
that could have made that beat better. I didn't feel like that. So, what's it called? Short story. I sent it to Goldlink.
Mm-hmm. Flex.
Subtle
flex.
flex. No, because I was supposed to work on him on some stuff.
Yeah.
And then I sent him a bunch of beats, and he was like, yo, bro, this beat is sick. But, like, our schedules ended up not working together, and so I just felt like this beat, someone else is gonna find it one day and do something dope on it that I possibly couldn't have done. So it's like a message to the future.
Okay, that one day you'll care. You'll
One-
care more next time.
One day I'll care more next time.
Okay, cool, got it. So CC God was
CC
supposed
God.
to be the first single.
Yes.
What happened?
What happened was man, you actually know a lot about my project.
I'm a music journalist, man.
Okay.
I'm supposed
This is
to
why
know
they pay you
things.
the big bucks.
I wish the big bucks were here, but tell me a little bit about what happened.
So CC God was CC God was a song that I made in 2016. Time is moving so fast.
Yeah.
So I had the horn arrangements that I made, and then I called a friend of mine, he's called Awara Runga, and I asked him to play the horn section, but play it live the way I'd made them.
Yeah.
And then he did, and he did such a good job. And it ended up being like one of my favorite songs, which is eventually I want to do a jazz type album.
Oh.
And that's like the precursor to that. So, but when my project, me and my team were looking at the project and lining everything and just trying to figure out what makes sense, we all know they felt like the song was already out, and it's done well, and it's done its rounds nicely without being on the project, and it's also so different from everything that's on the project. So
Yeah.
we ended up not putting it, which made me very sad, but it's okay.
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
do what I gotta do.
Okay.
Are we just driving around Johannesburg?
No, we're literally going to a specific place. I'm trying to drive slow so we can finish this interview.
Okay. Why are you giving me a hard time?
Because it's my job to do so.
Okay.
So before we jump out of the car, the song where you feature Petit Noir and Neka was one of the first songs you played me before the album was done.
Yeah.
And you seemed like super, like you want people to hear this particular song. So briefly, tell me how the song happened and why you wanted them specifically.
Because it's so interesting when you look at things in retrospect and you have a bit more time. That song was because of the sample that is on it. I think it's a Samburu sample. Samburu is a tribe from Kenya.
Yeah.
and I just fell in love with it. It's like it spoke to a very spiritual part of me. So I was like, man, everyone needs to hear this. Then Petit Noah came to Nairobi and came to my studio, and we hung out, and I played him a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
And then he also said the same thing. It's like, yo, bro, this the one, this the jam. So I was like, yeah, I was like, oh man, this guy feels this thing. So we recorded a little bit part, the first part of where his vocal is, and I was supposed to come to South Africa, and we were supposed to add more verses.
Yeah.
Then I went to Nigeria, and I was doing some stuff with Neka, and I played for her a bunch of tracks, played for her 2 tracks.
Yeah.
And she ended up actually liking the first track I played her way more. Then this one I had to like coerce her, like, please just give me a verse. Then she freestyled. Now how she freestyled?
Yeah.
And she just went on the mic and said stuff.
She was winging it.
She was winging it for sure. But the outcome was that we came up with that track, and like me and Petit kept going like back and forth. When can we add your part? But then eventually it ended up being like there was no part for him to fit in anymore.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to do an outro, and that ended up not working out. But it's like, now in retrospect, I think it's one of the more quiet songs on the project, and I think one that people come back to like after a while. Like it's not like a bang on the album, but it's like a subtle, hey, please stop and listen. Hey sir, please stop.
Hey ma'am.
Hey man.
Hey sir.
Hey.
So last question, because we are now here.
Yeah.
On the song, you say you never wanted to be typical.
And I never ever wanted to be typical. And man.
Did you forget your own lyrics?
I forget my own lyrics every time. And every moment right now is critical. I can't promise I will ever be rational when the world all around me going crazy now. Yeah, those are the lyrics.
That you wrote.
That I wrote.
The ones that you didn't freestyle.
That I didn't freestyle. Yes.
So tell me about why every moment right now specifically is so critical for you.
It's critical because we're living in a... You really don't know how much I don't like cameras.
I know how much you don't like cameras. It's the same amount as I don't like cameras. But these people must know that we're extraordinary.
Okay.
This is why we're on camera.
Yeah. So, but this is a good interview, so I will take one for the team.
Why is every moment critical?
Every moment
right
now is critical because yesterday I was in studio with Blackjacks and we were writing a new song.
Yeah.
And like some of the stuff you guys are going through as a country here, and some of the things that we're going through are so similar. And we have, like, as Africans, as people who want to do better and see better, it's sad that we are the minority there's people who even coming to this mall for them is a treat.
Yeah.
So sometimes we talk about the 1%, but like in that, if we were to look at that pie chart, we're in like that percentile that has a lot of access and has a lot of knowledge, but also we are being screwed over by the same regimes that are screwing over everyone else.
Yeah.
And what do we do with all this information and access and abilities that we have? How can we use it to make lives better for other people? How can we... Yeah, it's just something I'm thinking about, and I feel like there's not a lot of time because there's not a lot of time.
Considering that we came here because you think some meat from like Braai or was it Soweto? What is it now?
Soweto.
Yeah, you think that's the best meat that South Africa's got to offer?
You know, you moved the needle, I have to say. I'm pleasantly surprised. So I'll give you that.
And you'll give me a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, of course.